I'd like to say there's some high-end engineering involved in laying this track out, but I didn't get one of those college educate deals, so I needed something more down to earth. I set my tracks as modified on the ground and started running laps around the tree and let it tell me how big you wanted the track. And it turns out my 10-scale car is kind of like a 10-scale 1/4 mile bull ring. I didn't do a lot of surface preparation either. I sort of let the car just tear out the grass where it wanted to run. There was a little less grass on this end of the track, plus I was going faster here, so this grass went away first. As I get better at driving the car, the width of this lane up here is getting a little narrower, and that's fine. So far my Traxxas Modified really likes the high line through this end of the track. Both the front and back straights have things on the outside of the lanes that make you want to really stay on the track. This end of the track was out in the sun more, so it had more grass, but we're taking care of that as the speeds pick up on the track. The track is pretty lumpy. It seems like it's smoothing out a little bit as I run on it, but it's always going to be kind of bumpy. I haven't been on very many full-size dirt tracks that weren't bumpy, so that's fine. There was a little hill on this end of the track, so we got a little bit of banking up here. This isn't real big banking or anything, but we do have to drive the corners a little differently on both ends of the track. Something that's nice about racing around a tree is that we stay in the shade quite a bit, and that's a good thing down here because it gets pretty hot. The wife isn't overly enthused about this dirt track appearing in her backyard, so I haven't pushed taking over the patio for a driver's stand. It's actually pretty easy to drive standing on either end of the track. I wouldn't have thought that. As I get more comfortable with the track, you keep driving a little higher because you can carry a little more speed. That's fine, but you got to realize that those planters out there aren't going to move. Getting a little too brave let me see that this Traxxas Modified is one tough car. I've whacked this a bunch of times and haven't had to replace anything yet. My team associated rat rod, also with the stock motor and gearing, seems to like the track also. Like anything else, it was a handful until I got used to it a little bit. So whenever work and the weather allows, I'll be out here developing my track. Along the way, we'll be testing some new cars and developing the handling on the old ones. As they say, stay tuned.